Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and today I'm going to be joined by Kenn Klarich of Ash & Ale Cigars, and we're going to be talking all things PulpitFest. If you are an attendee for PulpitFest, this is the episode where you get to know all of your schedule for that weekend. And if you're not an attendee for PulpitFest, you get to learn all the stuff that you were not a part of this year, so that you can look forward to it for next year. So this is the FOMO episode for everybody else. But anyway, why don't we go ahead and jump right into that? So I'll see you on the other side. And I'm joined today by Kenn Klarich of Ash & Ale Cigars. How you doing, buddy?
Doing very well. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to come down and party.
Well, it's not too far from now, so you better get your liver set up. You're going to be drinking a lot of milk with Dave.
I was going to say, I'm like my liver, but okay. All right. So before we get into all the fun about PulpitFest here and everything, let's get a cigar going.
Cigar,
so,
okay.
I know it's funny having a cigar on a cigar podcast, but let's do that.
Okay.
So you suggested a cigar this morning, and I was like, by God, I have some of those. And given the fact that Villiger is the primary presenting sponsor of PulpitFest, we figured, why not? So we're going to be smoking the Villiger Limited Edition number 51. Now, this cigar, it's a 6 5/8 inch by 52 cigar featuring an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Dominican binder, and Dominican filler. And it's got this weird kind of like little, almost like torpedo-ish kind of cap on it.
It's very sexy.
Have you noticed it's like a bullet?
It is.
Like I could see, not making jokes about Villiger here or anything like that, but it kind of reminds me of something. Perhaps something that maybe
you don't need to know what's in your bedroom, Nick. Stop.
A little. I'm just saying. Little magic bullet here. Anyway. All right, well, it's time to cut the cigar. And the official, I'm sure, Renee, please, I hope to, there are times that I'm just like, I hope that my sponsors don't listen to every episode.
That would be a good one not to listen
to. Anyway, it's time to cut the cigar, and the official cutting is brought to you by 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2guyscigars.com. Two Guys have been around for 40 years, and they are the trusted name in the cigar industry. Everybody knows Two Guys, but if you don't, please give them a try. You won't be sorry. Family owned and operated, 2guyscigars.com does the very best to provide a great selection, fair prices, and excellent customer service. So head on over to 2guyscigars.com for your next cigar purchase. Tell them that the Cigar Pulpit sent you. And remember, that's the number 2guyscigars.com. And with that, it's time to go ahead and cut the cigar. I'm excited. I hope that Dave, I hope I get it in the mail. But I also hope that if I don't, because I'm not in the general area, so I don't know if I'm on the mailing list or what. But if I don't get it in the mail, I hope that Dave brings me a copy of their newest catalog, which is issue 2 of The Adventures of Two Guys. It's a comic book. They made a comic book out of their catalog.
You're a kid. I'm gonna have to reach out to him and say bring me both copies because I didn't know anything about this.
Well, the first one, I'll tell you this. The first one was 15 years ago for their 25th anniversary.
Oh, nice.
And so that one apparently is pretty hard to get. But the newest one is for their 40th anniversary, and it's the comic book. And I'm like, this is fucking cool. I love it. It's like 36 pages of them just like going on a little adventure to find cigars and shit and everything. So I'm like, I want this. As anybody watching on the videos can tell, it's not like there aren't comic books at this house, So,
all those white boxes are comic books?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was all your newspaper stuff.
No.
Oh my! You may
There's
have a
like
little bit of an obsession.
and you're only seeing what you can see on the Zoom here. I mean, there's like 18,000 books out here, dude. It's insane.
Wow! I got to introduce you to someone when you're here, then, because they've got an obsession with anime and cartoons or comic books as well.
Okay, then. There you go. Perfect. Well, I'm going to get this cigar cut, and we'll get it lit, and then we can get on with the business of the day, talking all things Pulpit Fest 2025. So,
Can we wait, or do I have to wait for Q?
well, we're gonna listen to the greatest commercial you ever heard. But,
Okay.
what do you have you done a cold draw?
I've done a few.
And what are you getting on the cold draw?
It's very interesting. I get almost like an apple, like a green apple citrus.
Yeah, I'll give you that. What was the other one?
Like a little bit of citric acid or something behind it. Kind of like a grapefruit maybe. But that green apple is very
That
prevalent.
green apple is definitely there. I'll give you that. That's a good flavor note too. No, you're right. And I was worried I was just gonna get coffee because that's what I'm drinking with it. But no, you're right. There is that green apple thing going on there.
Crazy. I was not expecting that because I have smoked this before and I did not remember that.
And I just smoked it recently. This is the cigar I had on the show that I did solo when Mr. Villiger passed away. But I don't remember that. Son of a bitch. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you that. That's a good one. All right. Well, while we light the cigar, let's listen to the greatest commercial that you've ever heard.
Some say cigars are all the same. It's just not true. It's you I have to blame.
Well, I don't know, 'cause what I know, there is a cigar called Aladino. Corojo.
Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. They say authentic, so we're not confused, while the others say it's a word that's just abused.
I guess that's so, they can't compete. At least I'm sure Aladino can't be beat.
Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Cigars uses authentic Corojo tobacco from JRE Tobacco. This is the greatest commercial you ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that that's over with.
He's going to have to do that while at Pulpit Fest.
Well, but see, it was Mr. Jonathan's brother that played the kazoo.
Trey can play the kazoo. So,
Trey strikes me as a ukulele man.
okay, I can see that.
There's something about Trey that you just like think, you know what? Hawaiian
That or the
shirt.
glockenspiel, the German accordion thingy.
Oh, now, okay, there's another. Yeah, okay, maybe we could go that route. I was thinking more Hawaiian shirt, grass skirt, ukulele. You know,
I can almost see that.
kind
He's
of a
too
Don
white,
Ho
though.
thing.
Yeah, he's
you know?
too white.
He's a little more tan now that he's living down in Florida.
Okay, I didn't see him 2 weeks ago, so I don't know.
He's Timu Batista.
Ah,
Like, you know the site Timu?
I know
where
Temu.
you can you can buy shit, but it's, let's be real, it's cheap Chinese ripoff, so like, everything you get from Timu is like not quite as good as what as advertised.
right.
Well, he's like the wrestler Batista, the guy who played, in the
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Trey looks like Timu Batista. he's like Batista, but not quite Batista.
Compact version.
Yes, yeah, exactly. He's that Batista you find at that big ass flea market thing over there in Orlando that you can buy all the knockoff purses and shit like yeah.
Yeah.
So he's Batista, but like the S is a Z in Trey Mac. Like whatever. Anyway, all right. So Pulpit Fest. So you and I are going to go over some details.
We are. Do you realize we only have like a week, just over a week and a half?
Yeah, no, this is like, well, by the time this episode comes out, this is going to hit on Tuesday. By the time this comes out, I will be flying down there in
a week,
8 days. 8 days.
Oh.
Yeah, because like I'll be flying down on Wednesday the 20th, and Thursday the 21st is the VIP dinner. That's when things kick off. So realistically, like, you know, like 9 days from the day this episode drops, PulpitFest begins. You know, so I think it's appropriate for us to go over all of the fun and events and schedules taking place at PulpitFest here. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's start off. So we're gonna designate what's what here. So anything regarding Thursday the 21st, that's for VIPs. So we'll touch on that first. So registration is going to begin that day at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock p.m.
5 p.m. on Thursday the 21st. VIP registration begins. Now the actual dinner is going to begin at 7.
7.
Yes. But you know, you can, if you're one of those early birds that has to be there right at 5, get there right at 5. Then you hang out at Kenn's place and smoke some cigars and just kind of hang out and have a good time.
What's the worst thing that can happen is you can smoke one more cigar that weekend.
Exactly. So registration starts 5 on Thursday for the VIPs. Now registration will be not at Kenn's. It will not be at Kenn's. Registration will always. This is not just for Thursday. This is also for Friday. And technically Saturday, in case there's some stragglers that come in just for Saturday. Registration will be located next door to the Ash and Ale, which, for those of you who haven't been there, it's within a place called the European Village. It's a nice little like kind of. I don't know what you.
It was an old hotel that's shaped in a triangle that has shops and restaurants on the bottom and rooms above. So it kind of gives you that feeling like you're in Spain or Italy or
you
things
got like a nice
that.
little courtyard in the middle with the gazebo and shit and everything. It's nice. It's very pleasant. And so next door to Kenn's place is Vincent's Clubhouse, and Vincent's Clubhouse is the organization that we. Yes, exactly. They are the sponsor that we are making a donation to. They are going to be handling the registration. Part of that is because I want to force all of you savages to go over and visit Vincent's Clubhouse because, you know, not that I don't think you would, but, you know, I'm just saying, like, I want to make sure everybody does. But also they're being very gracious and helpful and helping us out with this. So, registration. You're going to go over to Vincent's Clubhouse. You're going to register. You're going to get your, man, I keep getting a frog in the throat, like a little tickle. Anyway, you're going to go over there. You're going to get your lanyard. You're going to get all your goodies. You know, well, you're going to get some of your goodies. We'll get to that in a minute. You're going to go over there. You're going to get, you know, lighter, cutter, you know, that sort of thing. And VIPs on Thursday, that is also where you have the opportunity to get in early on a couple of things that we're doing. We are doing a raffle for gift certificate.
We're doing 2 raffles.
We're doing multiple raffles, but well, we're doing a silent auction, and then we're doing a raffle.
That's true.
Yeah, so we're doing a raffle for a $250 gift certificate to your place, Ken.
To Ash and Ale, yes. We're looking forward to that, yes, and we have someone to thank for that, don't we?
We do have someone to thank for it. I don't know if they want credit for it though, so I'm going to hold off right this instant. I'm going to verify with that person if they want the public credit for it, and if they do, then in my PulpitFest episode, that's when we will give appropriate credit.
Fantastic.
I as we were talking about it, I thought of that, and I'm like, I don't know if he wants credit for that. So, but anyway, so we have a $250 gift certificate to your place that we're going to be raffling off. Tickets for that will be 1 for $10, 3 for $20. So, it's a good opportunity for you to get yourself a decent chunk of change to Kenn's place for not a lot of money, So make sure you come prepared for that. Now, the other thing we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing a silent auction for some rare and hard to get, and in some cases impossible to get, Villiger cigars that Renee Castaneda is donating. And I do not have the details of those cigars just yet. I have emailed him requesting the details of those cigars, so once I get those, everybody at the event will have them. And the silent auction will begin, and we'll go from there. And then, anyway, so Thursday, you're going to register. Dinner's going to begin at the La Piazza restaurant in European Village. Now, that's going to be outside in the little courtyard, correct?
Correct. As of right now, yes.
Yeah. Well, that's true, because I guess weather permitting.
Exactly.
So, which that would kind of suck if it rains, because obviously we can't smoke inside their restaurant.
That would be the drag, yes.
That would be a big drag. But as it stands, we're praying and we're hoping, and we're going to have good weather. Because,
but just think of it, if it does rain, these guys have 4 more cigars to smoke some other time.
It's valid, because the VIPs, you're getting a very nice 4-pack of cigars from Villiger that will be available to you for the dinner that evening. And let me tell you, it's some really, really good cigars. You're going to have the limited edition 51. You're going to have the limited edition 49. You're going to have the 1888 Grand Reserva. And you're going to have a Villiger Miami. MSRP on just those 4 cigars is $82.50. So, guys, right there, you're spending, what, $125 on the ticket? You're getting $30 of it back, in Kenn's shop. Right there is, what, $112.50 in value. So
you're not just a pretty face.
And
you
guess
can do
what?
math too.
Well, very limited amounts, no less. But my point is, right there, they're only what?
$10 off.
$12.50. They're $12.50 off from getting their full amount of value back on their ticket. And trust me, we have a lot more than $12.50 left to give you before this is all said and done. So, yeah, right there. I've been saying all along that PulpitFest is the best value going in terms of the amount of money that you outlay versus what you get. This is just another example of that. So that's Thursday night. Thursday, VIPs come and register, and then you have the dinner with the fine folks from Villiger at the La Piazza, and it's going to be a wonderful evening. It's going to be nice and dry. I'm
Think positive thoughts. No rain, everyone. So, but to add on to that, we will still be open our regular day. So if the people are in town early, they're more than welcome to come by before 5 o'clock and hang out as well. So
valid. It's not like
give that heads up.
Yeah, it's not like the Ash and Ale is technically, and you're open until what time on Thursday?
9 o'clock.
There you go. So even if you're a general admission ticket holder, if you're in town early, you can just go over to Kenn's place and smoke. You don't have to avoid the place just because of the VIP dinner going on. You can still come on over to the Ash and Ale and smoke, But we are kind of watching, for head count purposes. We're tracking that. But yeah, it'll be great. And then from there, we're moving to Friday. Friday at 10 a.m. The fun will begin. So at 10 a.m., registration will open for everybody at Vincent's Clubhouse. So everybody will go to Vincent's Clubhouse if they have not registered. So obviously that's another bonus for the VIPs. They get their registration done early, so they're not having to wait in a longer line. Not that I think it's going to be stupid long, but nonetheless, they're going to get their registration done early, and then that way they can just get right to whatever they want to do. But attendees will go to Vincent's Clubhouse to register starting at 10 a.m. That's also when the Ash and Ale is going to open, which you're opening 2 hours early that day.
We are. We just figured that everyone's going to be in town, and we made a decision in the collective brain trust that is Nick, Jim, and I, that I think it would be a good thing to start a little early because people have to fly in the day before typically, so they'll be in town. So
For sure. Now, technically, that I misspoke earlier, by the way. The silent auction portion will begin at 10 a.m. on Friday. The raffle will be available Thursday. The silent auction will begin. That way it's fair and equitable, and everybody has a shot, to get in on it at the right time. The silent auction will begin Friday at 10 a.m. Sorry, that was my mistake. I was looking ahead on the thing. But technically from 10 a.m. until around 5, we're just hanging out. It's a super chill, casual time at that moment. We're hanging out. Parishioners can meet everybody, can meet each other, meet them, get to know everybody. I'll be there the whole time. We're going to be hanging out, having a good time.
How can you miss that? You get to meet Nick. What the hell?
I mean, I'm not saying that I'm anything special, but, still.
You're the reason they're all here. This is your show.
I mean,
own
some
it.
truth to that. But I'm also going to be recording during that period of time. Like, industry folks, will be there. That'll be when I'll be chatting with folks from Villiger and Aladino, and we'll get some recording done, during that period of time. Then around 5 to 5:30, that's when we're gonna have kind of the official welcome, because everybody should be there by about then. And we'll have like kind of just a few brief remarks, just kind of welcoming everybody. And then at 7:30, we're going to have the first game. This is how we're going to kind of close out the events of Friday. We're going to have our first game. And anybody who went to PulpitFest last year knows I like the games. We've changed some of the games. We've kept some games. We've changed some other games. This is one that we've added. So Friday evening at 7:30, we're going to have a speed smoking competition. And we're going to do this with the Villiger Export, the little,
They're only about this. Yep. They're only about that long. So.
And so I can get maybe around 15 minutes out of one. I can get up to 45 minutes out of one if I'm really slow smoking it. But we're going to speed smoke it. But in addition to this being a speed smoking competition, it's also going to be a smoke ring competition. So we're going to be doing this, obviously, inside of Kenn's shop, not outside, because if there's any wind, then a smoke ring competition is going to suck. But we're going to do this inside Kenn's shop. And, we're going to have a smoke ring competition and a speed smoking competition. And so as you're just puffing away on this thing, trying to put it down quickly, you're also going to be trying to blow out smoke rings. And we'll have a variety of judges, on hand to be watching. And
can one person win one of the contests and not the other, or do they have to win
yes,
both? Okay.
Potentially we could have up to 2 winners here. And I suspect we probably will. I don't know. Maybe somebody's going to be just huffing it down and blowing smoke rings the whole time. But yeah,
I think that's a fun one. That'll be a good way to kick this off.
Yeah, it'll be a nice way to end Friday night, have a little fun. And obviously, for all of these contests that we're doing, there are prizes. The guys, there's so much stuff given away over the course of this weekend, it's ridiculous. Because we obviously have, the silent auction, and we have the raffle that I talked about for the gift certificate. We're going to have a raffle that everybody who has purchased a ticket is involved in this raffle already. You've already bought your tickets, and you don't even know it. That is the raffle for the box of cigars that I am going to be giving away. And
you may or may not want these cigars. I've seen some of Nick's collection. Some of them are not so good.
Actually, this one's pretty good.
Oh, you're bringing the good stuff out.
This one's pretty good. In fact, this one's been chilling in the humidor for like 6 years.
Really?
This box of cigars has got some age on it. And, yeah, this and it's also an autographed box. I'm not going to say by who. I'm not going to talk specifics. People at the event, you will see. But yeah, you're gonna be getting a nice little one of a kind little treat here. So
Something to look forward to, guys.
yeah,
Everyone, see?
yeah. I'm giving away something nice. But the whole deal with this box, if you recall, I announced this on a show, I think with Sean, where for every month that you purchased your ticket in advance, you got a ticket. So if you bought your ticket to Pulpit Fest back in April, then you've got 4 tickets in the raffle. If you bought it this month, you've got 1 ticket in the raffle. And that's just, you know,
The way it is.
It's an incentive to purchase your ticket early. And so anyway, that's how this is gonna go. We're gonna have that raffle at some point over the course of, well, that'll be Saturday. But there's all kinds of other stuff, Ken. You've been getting swag sent to the shop like crazy. So we've got all kinds of like attendance prizes and other kind of goofy stuff to do drawings for and giveaways for.
It's going to be fun. There are quite a few things coming in, and the list of the goodie bag stuff is getting big too.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's talk about that for a minute before I continue on with the schedule. Since I've gone through Thursday, I've gone through Friday now before we get into Saturday, which is like the really big day. Let's talk a little bit about the goodie bag. So, goodie bag. We have product from, and this list, this is the list as it is as of right this moment. There's still a few people that we're hanging out and seeing, you know, like, okay, what's going to happen before we, you know, announce. But as of right now, this is the list that we've got. We obviously have to start off with Villiger, because Villiger, they are not only donating cigars for the VIP dinner, but also there's going to be the welcome package. So when you register on Friday or Thursday for the VIPs, you will receive a portion of your goodie bag. You're going to receive your lighter, and you're going to receive your cutter and any like non-cigar stuff. But you're also going to receive a welcome package from Villiger that contains a number of cigars. So you're going to get your Villiger cigars up front. And that's to kind of get you going. You get that welcome cigar right off the bat. Then, just while I'm on this subject, for the remaining cigars that, you know, you're going to receive, you will get that on Saturday at Ash and Ale. You won't go to Vincent's Clubhouse for that. That'll be at Ash and Ale. Essentially, it's kind of one of those when you're wrapping up, you know, and if you're going to be there, before you leave Saturday, ask about the rest of your cigars. That'll be the way that goes. And yeah, but anyway, so Villiger, Aladino. Aladino's coming in hard too. Yeah.
Look at that look. It stumped him. It gave Nick speechless because of this.
Aladino's coming in hard because not only are you going to have Tremac, and not only are you going to have Justo.
Uh-oh.
But
even more?
I mean, we're going to have more because we're bringing Vivian, Justo's wife. We're bringing
Andrea,
the Justo, their daughter.
And Mateo.
I'm going to go ahead and announce Mateo. You know, Mateo is well, he's Andrea's better half at this point. Like, you know, and I hear he's a very nice man. I look forward to meeting him. I've heard good things, and maybe even more. We might have even more of the Aroa family on hand. I don't know. It's turning into an Aroa family trip to Palm Coast. So
I don't know if we're ready for this.
Maybe they'll move to Palm Coast.
Whoa, hold on a second.
Just saying.
Okay.
Maybe.
It would be great to have them in our backyard.
Dude, if you have the whole family there and they get to see it, they'll all fall in love, and maybe they'll move there. You don't know. I
don't know. You're correct.
No, I'm just saying. So
we're just looking forward to having a fun weekend to start with, and then we'll go from there. How's that?
There you go. So, okay. So we got Villiger. We got Aladino. Blackbird Cigars has also been gracious enough to donate to the goodie bag. United Cigars is coming in very strong. There will be cigars, both the Garofalo, La Familia. Right?
Yeah, that I don't remember which one, and I can pull it up while we're looking.
Okay. So we got we know there's going to be a Garofalo cigar and the Gold Star. We're gonna have both of those as well. Perdomo is donating to the attendees of Pulpit Fest here. La Flor Dominicana has been gracious enough to send some stuff. Domain Cigars, they have been nice. Aganorsa Leaf also coming in strong there. Southern Classic Cigars. Now, this is one that you carry in the shop, Ken, that I learned about through you.
The Southern Classic is a local gentleman who is from Nicaragua and has been part of the Padron family for years, has his own small little company, and they do a fantastic, fantastic job, and they become one of my better selling cigars. I've become very friendly with the owner, and we'll have a specialty of their cigars here as well that I will leave until everyone gets here because it'll be very unique. The label is fantastic, and I'm not going to say a lot more because I want everyone to ask about it.
Okay.
So ask about the special Southern Classic cigar.
All right, so we got Southern Classic. Didier, another brand that you introduced me to.
Yeah, very high-end micro boutique out of Nicaragua. Is a fantastic cigar, and this is one of the closest things I've found to smoking a Cuban Bahiki in a long time.
All right,
and then we have excellent.
And then we have Artista Cigars.
Yes.
And Meyer and Dutch. Now, Meyer and Dutch are they're a distribution firm.
They are.
But they represent a number of brands. And last year, they were the ones that were responsible for putting there was
League
a
of Fat Bastards.
League of Fat Bastards. There was a CAO in the bag last year. They were
they're also responsible for a lot of swag that we have. So we want to thank them tremendously for all of that. So
for sure. So we've got a nice little lineup of companies that have been gracious enough to become donating sponsors to Pulpit Fest and to help enhance the goodie bags. So the goodie bags are going to be just chock full of fun for everybody again. So and so anyway.
He didn't mention which one he wanted, but he just said the Garofalo cigar, and I'm pretty sure we're doing it in the broadleaf.
Okay. All right. Well, there will be a Garofalo cigar. We'll figure it out.
Yes.
So Saturday is like the big day. So Friday is a big day, but Friday is kind of casual. That's kind of the one thing I want to emphasize here, guys, is that like with some of these cigar events that you go to, the agenda is packed, and there's just something for you to do all the time, and you're constantly doing this, and it's a busy, busy day. Pulpit Fest is different. It's much like this show, how it's thrown together at the last minute, and seemingly. It's more casual. Pulpit Fest is more casual. It's an opportunity. Like I said, I like the fact that it's an opportunity for you to sit and chill and get to talk to these guys. I've
got a marketing idea.
Okay.
I think next year's one should be called Pulpit Rest.
Yeah, except it's not a rest for the pulpit. But no, this is an opportunity for you to really sit and chill and talk to some really cool folks. I mean, one of the things that Renee and I have talked about, and Ken, you heard it on the conference call we did with Renee, is he loved the casual nature of Pulpit Fest and how relaxed it was, because it's not like some of these other ones where you don't get a chance to really interact and talk. This is an opportunity for you to just sit, chill, have a cigar, and have a nice conversation with some folks that, you wouldn't normally get to talk to.
Everyone's on the same playing field here. Everyone's going to be here for the same reason. So having something common makes a lot of conversations just flow a lot easier. Introductions are a lot easier. It just makes life a lot more stressless.
For sure. And so Friday is going to be a lot of that. Saturday, we do have a little bit more business to attend to. So once again, Saturday, starting at now Saturday, registration will open at 10:45 a.m. at Vincent's Clubhouse, because Ash and Ale will open at 11 a.m. Part of that is we do have a VIP event that morning, starting at 9 a.m. at the Ash and Ale. VIPs will come in at 9 a.m., and we will have coffee and donuts with Aladino. That will be an opportunity for the VIPs to sit and have 20 on 1.
Actually, there might be 20 on 5 since they're bringing so many.
That's true, but this is going to be your opportunity to sit down with Justo and his family and Tremac, and you're going to get to ask whatever questions you want about Aladino. You're going to get a nice inside look into Aladino while having some coffee and donuts and breakfast with the Aroa family. So that's going to be starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday for VIPs. Registration, if you didn't make it to registration on Thursday or Friday, will open at 10:45 at Vincent's Clubhouse. Everybody else, general admission, the shop will open at 11 a.m. And that's when, you can come in and we can start partying and hanging out. Now, starting at noon on Saturday.
The tension's building. What are you getting to?
We have two things going on. The first, you can pick up more of your other goodie bag contents. So that's when you can get the remaining of the goodie bag. But also, starting at noon, is the Long Ash Contest, the second annual Long Ash Contest. And as you recall, Ken, last year's Long Ash Contest
great thing last year.
Was a lot of fun.
A lot.
We took everybody out, in front of the shop. We had tables lined up, big long table. Everybody sat there. Everybody started their cigars at the same time, and we just and judges went around and just kind of monitored the ash and kept watching. And
the best part was strategy, though. Watching some of these guys' strategies.
Because some of them are holding the cigar out. Some are going up.
Straight up and down. Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. And what was fun is, everybody got so into it and so excited watching and seeing, you heard the crowd just, and everything when the ash would fall. I'm telling you, and this is where we kind of came up and said, if this was an Olympic event, I would watch the Olympics. And so, here we go. This is our second annual Long Ash Contest, and I like being able to say that because I have a real problem with first annual. You notice none of this is first annual because the first annual doesn't exist. But this, I can safely say, is second annual.
We have our second nothing annual. Else, you're very consistent because I do remember that in a previous podcast that you really just hate saying the first annual.
I hate that. It comes up all the time. I see it all the time on different posters and things like that. There's just no such thing as first annual. But anyway, this is second annual, and I like being able to say it. This is fifth annual PulpitFest, actually. Fifth annual PulpitFest.
Congratulations. That's a landmark within itself.
I know. But this is the second annual Long Ash Contest. And so last year our man Hank won that. So, we're going to have to see who can take the trophy.
He's going to have to defend his title.
Mm-hmm. And so we obviously have a good prize for that. And then moving on from there, we got a little bit of time to chill. And then starting at 3 o'clock, we have our next contest. And this is a fun one. This is one I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. I mentioned this to Tremac, and he's geeking out, looking forward to this as well. We have the blind cutting competition. So what's going to happen? We're going to have blindfolds, and we're going to give you all a cigar, and we're going to give you all a guillotine cutter, and not a perfect cutter. It's going to be a guillotine cutter. And you're going to have to do the closest you can to a perfect cut while blindfolded. Judges will judge upon how deep on the cigar you cut, if it's unraveling, the angle at which you cut. Did you get all of the cap? Did you get a portion of the cap? Did you go too far and get a third of the cigar? That sort of thing. I mean, so we're gonna be judging the best cut while blindfolded.
And the best part is we're not telling you who the judges are, so you can't bribe any of
them. I would also say we fully expect there to be a lot of cigar wastage.
Yes, unfortunately, it's a sad day for cigars. But we also have to say that please be careful while doing this. Practice before you get here. And Nick just caught himself on fire. Perfect.
No, there was a bug. Some bug just came out of nowhere, just attacked me. It was like a freaking alien just right on my chest. Oh my God. Anyway.
But insurance, make sure all of your insurances are paid up before you come, because anyone who gets that, we're just shipping you to the hospital. No questions asked.
Yeah, no. Nobody. We're gonna make sure that you're not blind cutting your finger. Okay.
Are we?
We're gonna. I mean, I will. I don't want anybody cutting off a fingertip. I mean, that's just not right. But
Bring your own Band-Aids.
Although, let's be real. If you can get one of these guillotine cutters through the finger bone,
you're pretty
impressive.
good.
That's impressive.
That's a different contest, though.
that's impressive. You know, we'll have the local mafia come down and support that competition.
Are we allowing people to use their own guillotines, or are we supplying the guillotine?
No, I think we should probably have, the little. You have like the little plastic guillotine.
I have a few of those. Yes.
I've got tons of them. I can pack a few whenever I come down. They'll get through on my check bag.
Perfect.
It'll be all right. So, yeah, we'll make sure we have guillotine cutters. But anyway, so we'll have the blind cutting competition starting at 3. Then, starting at 5, this is when the big prizes are going to go nuts here. Starting at 5, this is going to be when we start drawing for trips and big prizes. So, the first thing up, we're going to be drawing for the trip to the Puro Sabor Nicaraguan Cigar Festival, and that is sponsored by Villiger Cigars. The deal with this trip, you have to buy for every $100 worth of Villiger product that you buy from the Ash and Ale, you will receive a ticket to be put into the drawing for this trip. So if you buy $200 worth of it, you get 2 tickets.
$1,000?
If you buy $1,000, you get 10 tickets.
Wow, that's easy.
It's super easy. So for every $100 worth of Villiger product you buy, you get an entry into the drawing to win the trip to the Puro Sabor Cigar Festival. If you guys don't know what that is, go back to the beginning of this year sometime. I had a interview with Hank Holcomb. Hank went on the trip. He won the trip last year, and he went at the beginning of this year, and I had him on the show to talk about his trip. And he had a wonderful time. Guys, if you're a cigar geek, it is a huge experience to go on this. And the only thing that you have to pay for is your flight, if I recall.
I believe you're correct.
And which was apparently not expensive.
Depending on where you live, it's not horrible.
Yeah. So anyway, so you've got that. Then the other trip that we are raffling
Make sure
off,
you have passports.
Yes,
If you win this, you got to make sure you have your passport before January.
Get your passports going if you don't have an active passport. The other trip we're doing is a trip to the Camp Aladino Farm. That is sponsored by Aladino Cigars. They are giving away a trip to the Aladino Farm in Honduras. Again,
And you know what's really cool about this event, Nick?
What's that?
That we have both of the winners from last year are going to be back here, so you guys can talk to Justin and Hank to see how they love these trips.
Yes, you get to hear firsthand about how these trips go. And then, obviously, it's the same deal. For every $100 worth of Aladino cigars you purchase, you get an entry into the trip. You buy $200 worth of Aladino, you get 2 entries in for the trip. 10? That's $1,000. But, whatever. So, so no. Buy heavy, and you get to have entries.
Better
for
percentages.
trips. Exactly. Because that's the thing, I mean, the person who won. All right, we won't get into it.
Be careful how we talk about this one.
I was gonna say, so the person who technically won the Puro Sabor trip last year, she opted to regift to Hank because she was not comfortable as a individual woman going to Nicaragua on a trip by herself.
That's a good way of putting it.
I feel like that, yeah. And no judgment. That's a good way. It's just, it is what it is. But with that being said, she bought heavy that weekend.
She did. She was one of our top 2. She actually may have been. Actually, I think she was the largest purchaser last year. Mm-hmm. So see what percentages do to you.
So that's the thing.
For you,
she went in heavy. Now, granted, when we say heavy, we're talking like $700. Right?
No, she went a little heavier than that.
Okay, well, we'll say for argument's sake,
seven tickets
for this trip. We'll say 7 tickets, but my point is though, if you go in heavy, you have a much better opportunity of winning the trips, and it'll be fun. So we're going to be drawing for those trips. Then from there, we will be announcing the silent auction winner for the rare, hard to get, and possible to get cigars from Villiger. So if you're in on the silent auction, you're going to find out that evening around in the 5 o'clock hour if you won those. Then,
we're talking about Villiger. So what are you getting on your smoke? Isn't this great?
I'll be honest, man. It is nice. I'm talking so damn much. It's like,
This has been a fantastic smoke. Look at you growing up, no coughing or anything with your retros anymore.
Very slight bit of pepper, but there's something else to the retro hail that I'm struggling picking up. But the actual smoking experience itself, very creamy, although that could be also my coffee.
Look at the burn on this.
So, dude, and for me, for not having, I'm not, keeping up on it, my burn is, razor tight.
Yeah. Very
Razor
nice.
tight. Yeah.
See what you VIPs have to look forward to?
These are good cigars. These are really good cigars. So, also during the 5 o'clock hour, that's when I will be announcing the winner of my box raffle that came along with the purchase of your tickets to PulpitFest. And that's also, we're going to be announcing who won the $250 gift certificate to the Ash and Ale. Now, obviously, for the raffle tickets for the gift certificate, that you can buy when you register, but also you can buy raffle tickets for that all weekend long.
Correct.
Up until we dig this drawing. So, again, you can get in heavy on that. By the way, I don't know if I pointed it out before, all the proceeds from the silent auction and all the proceeds from the $250 gift certificate raffle are going to go to Vincent's Clubhouse. So those are additional fundraisers above and beyond the proceeds from PulpitFest that we were already planning on donating. Those are additional fundraisers for Vincent's Clubhouse. So by going in on the raffle and going in on the silent auction, you're not just, getting an opportunity to win and get some good stuff. You're also assisting Vincent's Clubhouse that supports and provides education for autistic youth and adults in the Flagler County area.
And just a reminder, guys, when you're doing this with all of the purchase of the raffle and the silent auction, make sure you bring cash as well. It's going to be I cannot run credit cards for the silent auction items and the raffle and all of that stuff. So please bring cash.
That's good to note.
So because the silent auction is actually going to be probably the ticket for the $250 gift card will be at Vincent's. So that will not be in my building. So we're going to keep it. We're going to try to keep it over there. So you guys have to go over and take a look at it and see what you're helping support. So I think that's for that, making that an easier venture. Please try to bring some cash just for these certain items.
Good to note. And I'm sure there's an ATM.
There's an ATM in the village that works sometimes and sometimes not. But there are several banks within a mile and a half from here. So
so either which way, there's an opportunity for people to get cash if they do not want to have cash on them, or if they just maybe didn't think about it and whatever. And then following all of the announcement of the winners of the trips and the raffles and everything else, starting at 7 o'clock, we have the second annual Lunatic Survival Smoke Competition.
No, I just...
And that competition, this is Kenn's baby. This is something Kenn has been in love with. So we have the Lunatic Survival Smoke Competition.
Let me just grab one real quick. Give me 1 second, please.
1 second. This is, like I said, this is the second annual, and you can get in on the fun here. But the long and short of it is, well, definitely the long, not so much the short. Yeah, we have a JFR Lunatic 10 by 100. And this is essentially another speed smoke competition. So the faster you can smoke a JFR Lunatic 10 by 100, That's how you win.
We had an amazing time last year, Nick. What was the research we did when you talked to Terrence about speed? How fast?
Our winner last year, I'm blanking on name here.
Joe Stapp.
Joe has the fastest time that Terrence has ever heard, and it was just under an hour.
It was 53 or 53 and a half minutes or something.
I could probably dig back through my messages with Terrence and find out, but yeah, it was under an hour, and that is definitely the fastest that Terrence ever heard. And Joe did it
quite a bit.
By quite a bit. And
because we had two people finish almost at the exact same time. One of them unfortunately couldn't maintain his composure, so Joe won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you throw up, you lose. But no, so you can get in on the fun that way. Now that one, that does require the purchase of the lunatic. However, if you win, you get your lunatic free.
Yes, you do.
So there's that.
It's a $40 win prize.
I don't know if that's really a prize though. Like here's your $40 cigar that you just smoked in less than an hour and didn't really get the chance to like.
We might up the game
but...
depending on how many people do it this year. We might up the game. You might actually win another stick to smoke at a much slower pace.
There you go.
At your leisure. How about that?
I think that's a good idea. But anyway, so we have the Lunatic Survival Smoke to close out Saturday. And if nothing else, it's an entertaining time watching them try and smoke these things that fast. Then technically, Sunday, August 24th, is the last day of PulpitFest. Realistically, that day, I have on my notes here that Ash and Ale opens at 11. Is that the case?
We can open at 11 because I know people will have to leave a little early that day to catch flights and get on the
right.
road.
We did talk about that.
Yep. So we will be opening up at 11. And we'll be here till 4 o'clock. If anyone's going to be around longer, if we need to figure something out, and let me know if we've got a big group that we might be able to stay open a little longer. I know the owner.
So essentially, Sunday is a chill day. There is nothing planned. There's nothing planned on Sunday the 24th. Sunday is kind of the day that it seems like people tend to be traveling home. So that's the day where you can come into the shop, say your goodbyes. If you maybe didn't grab the rest of your goodie bag stuff on Saturday for whatever reason, you can do that. You can do last-minute purchasing. If, let's say, you won that $250 gift certificate to Kenn's shop, and you wanted to burn that before you leave, there's an opportunity for you to casually shop around and
I like how you did that.
Do that. Yeah.
The burn that. I like that because it's all going to be burned. You didn't even catch it yourself.
I didn't even catch it. I just said it.
That was like a freaking dart just sneaking in.
I am so fucking witty. I say shit and I didn't even realize it.
Wow.
I know, right?
That was good.
Genius at work. But anyway, yes, you can come in. You can do your shopping. You can get your stuff and you could say goodbye. And that's that. But that's
also be prepared. You might be asked to do an interview on how you like PulpitFest because Nick is going to be recording that day as well. Yeah,
I will also be recording with attendees on Saturday.
Yep.
So, we're going to be recording essentially all weekend long, but yeah, Sunday I might be, doing some additional recording. If you happen to come in to say bye and I didn't catch you on Saturday, then yeah, you know what? I might be like, hey, come on the mic and tell me about your experience at the event. And if you say anything negative, I won't use your interview, but that's just that. So
you see how he is.
Hey, I got it. 5 stars
image.
Only. 5 stars only.
Image. It's all about image with him.
5 stars only. But anyway, so that would be the agenda for PulpitFest. Obviously, if anybody has any questions regarding it, they can reach out to me and let me know. I will be sending out, by the time this episode hits, you should have received an email from me with a agenda tailored to your specific ticket type. If by some reason you have not received that email, you can email me at nick@cigarpulpit.com and I can forward it to you. But yeah, we'll we'll make sure that you have all the information you need to have a wonderful weekend in Palm Coast.
And then also don't forget the T-shirt sales.
Yes, and that's another thing. So we did email all of the ticket purchasers at the time. There is a exclusive T-shirt that has been made. Ticket. How much are T-shirts, Ken? Do you know?
Oh, yeah, no.
I feel like $28.
Yeah,
maybe?
that was. Yeah, I think that's what pretty sure that's where we went with, because I believe that's what you and Kim came up with, my wife.
Mm-hmm. And I know.
And Mackenzie's mom.
Kim was. She was taking pre-orders. Are there going to be shirts available at the event or not?
I'm not sure if we're doing that. That's something we're still debating on. We're trying to get as much pre-orders as possible, so there's not a whole lot of wasted. But I have a feeling there'll be a few leftovers.
Okay, so.
And there might be one or two other logoed items that haven't been communicated yet.
Okay, all right. Well, so if anybody is interested in a shirt, I don't have this information in front of me, Ken. You just sprung this on me. Where if somebody wants a shirt, where do they go?
The email on there had, I believe it was at kim@myptlc.com was the reply, and it asked for size and everything. So
okay. Essentially, if you're a ticket purchaser, if you're a ticket purchaser, then you should have received an email and with information about that. And if you want to get in on the T-shirts, is there a cutoff day that they need to do that though?
Monday, the week of PulpitFest. So we have one more week as of tomorrow.
All right, so the 18th.
We have this coming week.
The 18th. So by Monday the 18th, you have to have reserved your T-shirt if you want to do the T-shirt. So okay, sounds good. Well, that's a lot, Ken.
That's a lot to process in the time we've just gone through. Yes,
I think that is a lot. To process. Obviously, again, we will have all kinds of this information in an email that we send to attendees. So if you didn't catch all that, or if I explained it poorly, then you can read it in the email. So
yes.
Well, now let's go ahead and move on. Let's move on from PulpitFest and move on to this. It's time for the Villiger Cigars Entertainment Report, brought to you by
Villiger.
Villiger Cigars, one of the leading cigar and cigarello manufacturers in the world, founded in 1888 and still family-owned and operated. Head over to VilligerCigars.com and check the store locator to find a shop near you that carries them. We guarantee that Villiger Cigars will be a wonderful addition to your humidor and cigar rotation. So, buddy, what have you had an opportunity to watch anything lately?
Yes and no. I have been kind of binge watching this show called Entrevias. It's it's Spanish show that's dubbed, and it's called The Wrong Side of the Tracks. It's a kind of not quite a telenovela, but it's kind of like it. The dubbing on it makes it kind of feel a little gamey, and it's I don't know. It just caught my attention, and I can't stop watching the damn show. I'm on my last episode right now for the 4 seasons I just binge watched.
All right.
Okay. Interesting storyline, and it jumps all over the place, man. In this little town in Spain, out of Madrid, I can't believe how much shit goes off in that little town.
I think that about a lot of these foreign shows, especially like these like British crime dramas and things like that. It's like these little villages have a lot of murder taking place.
You wonder why people still live there, or how they still live there. Yeah.
Or how there are people there, because there's so many murders taking place in such a small little village. How has the whole village not died off or been arrested?
And it's just, it's crazy. But yes, it's a lot of fun. The characters stay throughout the whole show, most of them that make it. And it's fun. But it's been a brain dead watch.
Now, where are you watching this at?
On Netflix.
Okay. All right. Netflix coming through with the Spanish telenovela kind of deal.
So, and then, am I going on, or are you going to do one?
Yeah, you can continue on. I've only got one item to talk about.
Unfortunately, I had to take a very long drive again this past week. A family emergency came up, and I had to hit the road and drive up to New York. So my twin brother and I were in the car together, and I introduced him to something called the telepathy tapes. It's about autism.
What is this?
Yeah. It's all about autism and how these kids communicate in a different way. So it is the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life. I listened to it the first time in September of last year, and just was processing it for this time. And my twin brother and I had a 13-hour drive, and it literally lasts 11 hours and 45 minutes to listen to all of them. And it is spectacular, especially with the host being Vincent's. It just made it that much more impressive to listen and process through one more time. But if you guys have any interest in the autism world, and especially non-speaking autism people, you have to watch this and see how our understanding of what we thought we knew is being challenged right now, and understanding that they can communicate, they just do it in a different way. And what the weird part is, they can actually communicate with people on a different continent around the world. And we figured out that they can do this now. So it's a tough listen, because it makes you challenge a lot of things that you believe in. But once you start listening to this and understanding it, you're like, holy crap, this can actually really be. So,
the telepathy tapes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will have to check that one out.
You should definitely.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that. That's a whole new thing. I didn't know about that. So I've been checking out. I've been excited. I've been very excited for this. And it finally launched, and I watched 4 episodes of it, back to back to back to back. The new season of King of the Hill.
Uh-oh.
It's on Hulu. And let me tell you, I didn't know if this was going to be good. Reviews on like Rotten Tomatoes and things have been very positive. Very, very positive. But I wanted to check it out myself. And holy shit, man. Like, it is, as somebody who just finished this year watching 13 seasons of King of the Hill.
In 1 year?
Oh, yeah. No, just this year. I sat and I binged through 13 seasons of King of the Hill. And let me tell you, this fits in so perfectly with old King of the Hill. Like, the stories.
What was the gap?
Oh, fuck. I'm feeling like they did like a 15 or so. Well, maybe not quite 15. They aged it out. I'm trying to, maybe 10? I don't know. I don't know how many years.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
It's supposed to be taking place today. Bobby is 21 years old now.
Oh, gosh.
And running his own restaurant. Hank and Peggy went over to Saudi Arabia, where he was the assistant manager on some like huge propane project over in Saudi Arabia for some project over there. So they were living over in Saudi, and essentially the world moved on. COVID took place, and during COVID, Bill ended up becoming a recluse in his house. And the first time we see Bill, he's massively overweight with a huge beard, trapped in his bed using the wall hole, as he calls it, or the window, to receive all of his food and various products, and everything. And he just doesn't leave the house. Dale ran for mayor on a anti-mask, anti-COVID platform, won and denied his own election, the validity of his own election, and resigned within 36 hours of becoming mayor. It's fucking great, man. And unfortunately the voice actor who played Dale, he passed away during the recording of this. I will say, the voice that they have for Dale, I don't know if it's if they used lines that the old guy recorded, or if they brought somebody in to finish, but I don't know if they used the old stuff or if the new guy just did everything again. Dale's voice is just a little off to me.
Could it have been AI? Could they have done it AI and just not brought anyone else in?
Possibly, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Oh.
but his voice is just a little off. But everybody else sounds the same. It's cool seeing how they aged up some of the characters, and it's been really fun, and I have thoroughly enjoyed this. And for those of you who really enjoyed my dad's episode about the struggles of retirement and getting into retirement, boy, let me tell you, this season of King of the Hill, you guys, this is the sweet spot for that. Because essentially, Hank and Peggy are retired, and I'm 4 episodes in, and this most recent episode ended with them basically saying that they feel aimless and useless and wandering because they don't feel like they have a purpose in life right now, and they have to figure out what their purpose in life is.
Does Hank start playing golf?
Not yet, no.
Oh, okay. Because then I would have thought I'm going to say, okay, your dad may have been a consultant on this if you did.
Right, exactly. but no. So I just think it's bringing up some very interesting points about retirement and dealing with retirement. So anyway, the new King of the Hill is freaking great. I'm 4 episodes in. There's 10 episodes in this new season. So, check it out on Hulu. I enjoy it.
What else have you been watching? Anything else? Have you had time for it? But binge watching 13 seasons and is taking up some more of your time.
Oh, I did that earlier this year. I did that in preparation for when this hit. But no, truthfully, I have spent this week, Ken. I have spent this week banking up episodes of this. I have spent this week doing all kinds of other crap that I need to do because next week, or the week that this episode hits, this episode will hit on Tuesday the 12th. This week prior to PulpitFest week, it's the week that my son starts school. I have my son the weekend, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday prior to PulpitFest week. I've got a rather large newspaper edition to put together for Wednesday the 13th. So that's taking up time. I just knew that I had a lot of shit that week right before PulpitFest week. And then PulpitFest week, Monday I'm doing newspaper layout, Tuesday I'm doing my deliveries, and Wednesday morning at like 7:30 I fly out of St. Louis. So, I really only have this week that this episode hits. And so I've been busting my ass throughout this week getting ready for this week and then the following week to where, taking time out to watch King of the Hill was the best I could pull off.
Hey, at least you found time to enjoy those 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I stopped for dinner, and it's one of those, like, let's watch something during dinner.
There you go.
That was that. So
that was a long dinner, though.
Well, it turned out to be a longer dinner because I was enjoying it, and I just kept letting one roll into another. So what are you going to do? All right. Well, let's go ahead and do this, and then I can let you go because I believe the shop is open, and I'm taking you away from business here.
That's okay. So, Mackenzie's here, and she's running the shop. We ran longer than I expected. I was trying to get out of her hair. We're good, though.
That always happens. So, all right, let's do this then. It's time to fly high with Blackbird Cigars. Blackbird Cigars offers you remarkable quality using the most delicate and finest tobacco to always ensure that you're receiving unsurpassed cigars. Blackbird Cigars strives to give you undoubted repeating flavor for every cigar you smoke and impressive quality so that you can always expect greatness. Check out their website for a full list of stores carrying Blackbird Cigars and give them a test flight. Blackbird Cigars, can't clip our wings. All right, in late 1969, the Rolling Stones were on their U.S. tour and wanted to end it with a free West Coast concert. Inspired by Woodstock, they decided to throw an open invite event on December 6th at Altamont Speedway in California. They expected a crowd similar to a normal rock show, maybe around 50,000 people. However, word spread like wildfire, and when the day came, over 300,000 people showed up, far beyond what the site could handle. Cars clogged the highways for miles, people abandoned vehicles to walk in, and the grounds quickly turned into a spontaneous, anything-goes, multi-day party. The setup was pure 60s excess. Bands like the Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane, and Santana played on a tiny stage. People were skinny dipping in nearby irrigation canals, and psychedelics flowed as freely as water. During the afternoon, a military helicopter unexpectedly flew low over the crowd. No official explanation was given, but some believe it was responding to reports of a mass gathering and possible riot. People cheered like it was part of the show, and the pilot actually tilted the helicopter side to side as if waving. It was pure surreal theater, a sea of hundreds of thousands dancing in the dust while a chopper hovered overhead. Unfortunately, Altamont wasn't all peace and love. The Stones had hired the Hells Angels as informal security, paying them in beer, which turned into a disaster. Fights broke out. Jefferson Airplane's lead singer was punched, and the festival ended tragically when a concertgoer was killed during the Stones set. Altamont became known as the day the 60s died, but for many attendees, the sheer size, surreal helicopter moment, and wild anything-goes atmosphere made it the most legendary and infamous American party they'd ever seen. So be like the Rolling Stones and Blackbird Cigars and don't let anybody clip your wings, and let's throw the biggest and best party we possibly can at PulpitFest. However, nobody is allowed to die, and there will not be Hells Angels.
Again, make sure you bring Band-Aids for the cutting contest, because no one's dying, as he said.
Nobody is dying at PulpitFest. You know, dude, I was like looking, I was like, I want a Blackbird about like an epic party. And I'm like looking, and that's what came up. And I'm like, well, fuck, of course somebody died, because it wouldn't be a Blackbird segment if it wasn't somewhat depressing, you know?
Yeah, come on. Well, you're reading history. All history is depressing.
Dude, everybody gives me so much shit about this segment and how, like, I tell these stories, but they always end on some sort of note. And I'm like looking at this, I'm like, all right, we got a big rock party. And then, of course, somebody fucking dies. And I'm like, well, all right, well, I guess I got to include
No
that,
offense to Blackbird, because you won't die smoking a Blackbird cigar. You might enjoy it a lot, but you're not going to die.
Bingo. You know what?
So,
that's a good call, Ken. That's a good call. This is why you're in retail.
So,
okay.
Just 1 second. I'm going to do something. I'm going to go off cue for a second. I want to introduce you guys. If you were here last year, you'll remember her, and if you're not, you'll have a face to recognize when you're here. But this is my daughter, Mackenzie. So she's going to be here working with PulpitFest, and she wanted to say hello, and we're going to get a few other faces, another face that you recognize for this year, and a new face that's going to be working. So I just wanted to give you the one that I have handy right now. But we got a good group of people who are going to be helping you out while at PulpitFest. I'll be here the whole time, hopefully being able to help, enjoy, maintain things. So if you have any questions, we're all going to be in special shirts each day, so you'll know who we are. Except for Sunday, we're all coming in like just a neutral shirt.
And no kilts this year.
No kilts now. No, we tried that last year.
We did the kilts last year. Moving on. My theme this year is Hawaiian shirts.
Hawaiian?
So I will be in Hawaiian shirts the whole weekend.
This will be great. I'm going to get you a little ukulele, and you're going to be Don Ho.
I want to be free.
Or Israel, what's his name?
Boy, he's dead too.
Yeah, he's dead too. Wow, hold on. This is taking a wrong twist. You had to bring that up, didn't you?
What the fuck, Ken? You know,
Nick.
He's somewhere over the rainbow.
He's over the rainbow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boy, that rendition, it just hits. It just hits.
Doesn't
it does. I went with the Hawaiian shirt. I wanted to be as cool and breezy as possible. For
and you don't want to wear a kilt?
I've lost too much damn weight. The kilt falls off, dude.
Congratulations, then.
I know it's a good problem to have. And,
I've got suspenders you can put on your kilt to hold it up.
Oh my boy, there's a look for you.
Oh.
You know, suspenders holding up a kilt. Oh fuck. Anyway, nope. So I went with I got to mix it up. It's like we did the kilt last year. We'll do the Hawaiian shirts this year.
I think it goes great with our mascot this year.
Yes, our little lizard.
Our lizard I think he's great.
And I will also say that I think one of these Hawaiian shirts does have pineapples on it. For those of you in the audience that understand the pineapple reference,
I'll give you Nick's address.
I don't go that way. Okay, I don't go that way. That's specifically what I wanted to say because I know for a fact Trey Mac's gonna bring up the fucking pineapple. And let me tell you,
There's not a doubt in my mind.
I am not. I don't go that way. It was a nice design. It was a nice design.
We'll stick with that one, Nick.
Yeah, but I don't go that way. I don't go that way. Pulpit Fest is not turning into a key party. At least not one I'm involved in. Maybe some of you attendees at your respective hotels want to take part. Look, that's an after-hours, unauthorized, additional thing that takes place over the course of the weekend, not affiliated with Pulpit
You're on vacation,
Fest.
So they can do that if they want.
You can do what you want.
Exactly.
I am not a part of it.
As long as no one dies, it's all fun.
Pulpit Fest is not involved in it, but yeah, you guys can do what you want, So, anyway.
This is going to be. I'm looking forward to the other 2 shirts now. Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh no.
Actually, 3 because we have Thursday night too.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Mhm. I got my Hawaiian shirts. So
anyway, what are you thinking on this?
Dude, I love this cigar. I really enjoy it. I am looking forward to all of the VIPs getting to smoke this at the dinner. The dinner, the cigars that you're going to get at that VIP dinner, I mean, all of them are so good. Have you had the 49 before, Ken?
I have not, and I haven't had the 1888 Grand Reserve I'm looking forward to as well.
Both fantastic. I really enjoy that 49.
I have not.
This one. This one's good. Don't get me wrong. This one is a little lighter. This one was good for me in the morning with my coffee and everything.
Yep.
Especially since this is the first of 3 episodes I'll be recording today to finalize up my schedule through the 26th. So I've got a busy day of recording ahead of me. But this is the lighter of the 2. The 49 is a little heavier, and oh my gosh, it will be great. So no, everybody. You're going to have so much fun at that dinner, and you're going to be smoking some spectacular cigars, and the whole weekend's going to be wonderful.
You missed the perfect opportunity, Nick. You have 3 shows you're recording today. You had 3 shirts you had to wear. You could have put them on and not said a word about the shirts and see if anyone caught it from the videos to seeing that you're wearing the shirts here.
No. See, they're going to be fresh. They're going to be fresh and new and original. I'm bringing the heavy
the A game
Hawaiian
on shirts.
I am bringing the heavy Hawaiian shirt game just for you, Ken.
Oh, am I going to have to up my game now and wear a Hawaiian shirt too? Is this a challenge? I think this is a challenge for Hawaiian Shirt Week.
You know what? It would be really fun. It would be really fun if we could designate. Well, Saturday is the day that if you have a Pulpit Fest T-shirt, you should wear that. Because you're gonna have. Can they pick up the T-shirts on Friday?
I believe we can hand them out with registration. Yeah, when they check in, we can.
Fantastic. Okay, so if you pre-order a T-shirt, you can get your T-shirt at registration, and then that way Saturday will be T-shirt day.
Friday, that leaves.
So yeah, I'm thinking Friday.
Hawaiian Shirt Friday.
If you have a Hawaiian shirt, Friday at Pulpit Fest is Hawaiian Shirt Day.
Holy shit! We just created a new event. So see, guys, look what happened to the show.
It happens. I'll also say, not to get too personal with you, Ken, but
don't care what underwear you're wearing.
You went there. You know exactly where I was going.
Are you shitting me? Do you see how I did that?
The ball hammock underwear, the kind that has the little pouch in the front.
The nutsack.
And it keeps it away from the thighs and the legs to keep it like a little breeze. Dude, I bought some of those, and fuck, they work really, really nice. So, yeah, I'm going to be free and breezy with my ball hammock underwear.
Again, you don't want to wear a kilt for what reason?
It falls off, Ken. It's going to fall off. I don't want to be walking around with no pants on.
No, we don't want to see that either. So good call.
Look, I've lost some weight, but I'm not at the point that I'm comfortable being out and being like, woo, look at me. I'm not at that point yet, okay? So, no. But yeah,
see what we have to look forward to next year?
I'm telling you guys, the ball hammock underwear, Dave talked about it on the Cigar Authority. I kind of dismissed it as a fad, but you know what? I bought some, I tried it, and son of a bitch if he's not right. Yet again, he's not just the Cigar Authority, he's the underwear authority too. So, no.
What brand did you go with?
I went with Hanes.
Did you?
stuck with my tried and true classics.
Hold on, you can't use the word stuck since you got ball hammocks now. They don't stick.
It's true. I did buy some other ones. Pair of Thieves. They have like a little logo of like some raccoons, and those are nice too. But they're not ball hammock. They're just like, boxer briefs.
I can see squirrels and they're like nibbling at your nuggets.
I don't want anything nibbling at my nuggets, But no. I got the ball hammock underwear and I got my Hawaiian shirts. I'm going to be as free and breezy as I possibly can be, short of going, it's like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing.
This
at
is
all,
great. Seeing that smile on your face, I can't wait to see this outfit. This is going to be unreal.
It's going to be great. Well, you're not going to see the underwear.
I have no interest in seeing your underwear, so that's perfect.
So that's that. But anyway, dude,
but
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to seeing all of the faces we saw last year and all the new folks up, because we've got quite a bit of new people on this one that we don't.
Mm-hmm.
So this should be awesome.
This is going to be a good time. So, and you know what, Ken?
What?
Should we go ahead and make?
Let's not. Let's give that one.
We'll hold off.
We have one more episode, right? Or are we done?
Well, no. This is going to be the last time you're on before PulpitFest.
Well, then that'll be an announcement for the welcome speech.
Sounds like a good plan.
Everyone has to be here to hear it. So.
Yeah. But it'll be in that episode, the PulpitFest related episode.
Okay.
We'll talk about that too. So, anyway, Ken, thank you so much for taking time out.
Always a pleasure. Looking forward to it, and great. I'm looking forward to meeting all of the other parishioners that I haven't met yet, and just having a great weekend.
It's gonna be an awesome time. So,
and guys, don't forget, my birthday is Monday after PulpitFest. So
that's
just a heads
right.
up.
That's right. So, okay, that's true. We do have Ken's birthday on Monday the 25th. So, for those of you in the event, let's maybe figure something out there. So, anyway, Ken, thank you so much, buddy.
Nick, appreciate it. As always, we'll talk soon, and stay smoky, buddy.
Take it easy. And I really want to thank Ken for taking time out of his day to talk to me about everything with PulpitFest. We are really looking forward to it. I hope everybody has a wonderful time. I'm sure they will. And we're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be a wonderful few days down there in Florida, and everybody's gonna walk away super happy. And all of you who didn't make it, well, there's gonna be next year. So, all right, socials. I'm available on Instagram at The Cigar Pulpit. I am on Facebook, where we have the Pulpit Parishioners group. You can get in on the fun there by finding that, requesting access, and then once you get in, just start posting your cigars and interacting and having a good time. I'm on Twitter/X. You can also follow me on Rumble and YouTube if you want to watch the show. You can see my garage. I'm going to get a backdrop at some point, I promise. And also, if you use Spotify video, you can, or Spotify to listen to the podcast, you can also use Spotify video to watch the podcast and go from there. I do need your calls for the Ask the Pulpit episodes. You can call the hotline at area code 863-874-0000. That's 863-874-0000. And call in with your comments, questions, concerns, criticisms, whatever you may have. Otherwise, guys, I cannot express to you how much I'm looking forward to this event. There's so much going on. It's going to be a wonderful time. Attendance is up, this year versus last year. Last year was great. This year's looking even better. Truthfully, if next year it grows even more, we might be having to expand out and find another location to have this at. It's good problems to have, but yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a nice little intimate affair, but nonetheless, I'm really, really, really happy with the way this is all shaped up. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. This has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Nick. Everybody, stay safe and stay smoky. Take it easy, everybody.